Are you
This
here?
conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Is Joe McKay back on or no?
No, he is not on. I don't see him. I see a caller 1 who has no identification.
Okay. All right. Well, let's. I want to welcome everybody to the virtual session via GoToMeetings, our Woodbury Town Board meeting for October 1st, 2020. I'm going to ask everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and let's say a moment of silence for one of the landmarks in this town, Jay's Deli, and hope that everybody there comes out okay. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, we've got 3 public hearings tonight. One that deals with the introductory local law number 1, 2020, which will override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3C for the town 2021 budget. So I'm going to now open up that public hearing. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak out and strictly on the tax override? So go ahead, Desiree.
Part of reading the notice is that you have to state when it was published in the newspaper. So
Okay.
The public notice was published in the Times Herald Record on September 22nd, 2020.
Thank you. I see we have 3 people out there. Is there anyone that wishes to speak out? Okay. With no comments on the local law number 1, I'm asking that we close the public hearing. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion. Tom Burke.
Second. Thank you, Councilman Hunter. Desiree, can you do a roll call, please?
Yes. Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez, Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to need a motion and a second to vote for local law number 1 of 2020, which will be the override tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3C for the town 2021 budget. Go ahead, Desiree. I know you need to read something.
Yes, you're also stating that the law constitutes an unlisted action pursuant to SECRA, that it has no significant adverse environmental impacts. So you're going to issue a negative declaration. You're going to adopt the law, and you're also authorizing me to file it with the Secretary of State.
Thank you. Clara, can you please mute all those other mics because someone's talking in the background? Okay. All right. I need a motion and a second to approve local law number 1. I will make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second. Tom Burke.
Thank you, Tom. Desiree, can you do the roll call, please? Did you say
Desiree's
me?
got to unmute.
Okay, I say yes.
Sorry, I didn't know I got muted.
That's okay.
Supervisor,
Yes.
Thank you. Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez, Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Now we're going to open up our second public hearing. Let me just find it because I know that there's a bunch of districts here. Do we have the list of the districts, Desiree? Did you give me that?
Yeah, it was in the packet. Usually you have me read it, but if it's up to you if you want to do it.
No, you can go ahead and read it. I'm looking, yeah,
Okay.
here it is. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we're having a public hearing on assessment rules for special districts. The public notice was printed in the Times Hall Record on September 22nd, 2020. And the first is for the consolidated sewer district. Normally you have me explain what the special districts are. Do you want me to do that or did you?
Please, for the 5
Okay.
people that are on.
For the, well, it's your favorite hearing, so.
I know it is, but it's not the same.
I know it's not. So these particular hearings are not to discuss or request or argue about the amount your house is assessed for or the taxes that you pay, but it's to discuss or to tell the board that you feel you're being charged the incorrect unit charges. So if you have a single family house, it should be 1 unit. If you have a 2-family house, it should be 2 units, so on and so forth. So that's solely what this is for, is to correct the role as it relates to unit charges.
Okay, so does anybody have any comments on the consolidated sewer district? And only the consolidated sewer district. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
You missed a couple of bars in the middle there.
I'll practice on. Hey, listen, I got 5 to go, so don't worry.
There you go.
Okay, so with that, I need a motion to close the public hearing for the consolidated sewer water district.
Just sewer. Just
Sorry?
sewer, not water.
Oh.
You said water, just sewer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Consolidated sewer district. I need a motion and a second, please.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
I'll second it. That's okay. Desiree, can you please do the roll call?
I certainly can. Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to just go into the next one or?
Yeah.
Okay, the next is for the assessment roll for the water district number 6, also known as Amder Park.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments on the water district number 6, Amder Park? Okay. With that and no comments, we will, I need a motion and a second to close the hearing for water district number 6, known as Amder Park. I will make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's 5 hearings, so each should take a bar for the Jeopardy to do.
You're right. You're right.
Right?
Let's go.
All
You're
right.
right.
The
You're
next,
right. Okay.
right. The next is for sewer district number 1, which is also known as Valley Forge Sewer District.
Okay. So we need to know if anybody has any comments out there in Zoom or virtual session world on sewer district number 1, known as Valley Forge. Let's go. Let's get that ball going. Go ahead, Jackie.
Me?
you get to do Jeopardy.
I'm not the same time.
Okay. With that, I need a motion to close sewer district number 1, known as Valley Forge. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I'll second. Bob Hunter. Go ahead.
Okay. So Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
See,
Excellent.
with the squares, it's more
It
like
looks
a
Brady
game
Bunch.
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun,
Hollywood squares are Brady
I
Bunch,
thought
right?
I was gonna be bummed out tonight, but this is
Yeah.
going to be great. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do refuse district.
Okay. Refuse district.
I need a motion. And anybody out there in Zoom land, have anything to comment on the refuse district? Tyler, you want to give us a bar or two?
Not really.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I need a motion to close the hearing on the refuse district. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'll,
I need a
I'll
second.
second.
Thank you,
I'll
Tom.
second.
Okay. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke.
Yes.
You're enjoying this way too much. Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez, Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
And just so that everybody out there knows, because we want this actually to end up being at a real board meeting, the town clerk and the supervisor has a little side bet between
Oh,
the
God.
Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers that if one of the two teams wins both games, because they play twice a year, well, then if the Bears win, Desiree will be wearing a Chicago Bears face mask. And if the Green Bay Packers win, which I'm praying they don't, I will have to wear a Green Bay Packers. So
That's right.
let's move on to Highland Lakes Estate Sewer District.
That was a commercial break? Okay.
It was just
Who
a
says
word.
we don't have fun?
Okay, so anybody out there who wants to make a comment on the Highland Lakes Estates Sewer District? Okay. So I need a motion and a second to end the public comment section of the Highland Lakes Estates Sewer District. Do I have a
I'll make a
motion?
motion. I'll make
Do I have
it.
a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay, so that ends the second public hearings of the evening on the special district roads. You guys didn't seem to have as much fun as we. Wow.
You now
Desiree.
have to adopt the roles now.
Oh, okay. We don't got to do each individual.
No, you just do them all together,
Okay.
and then we can find out why you and I had all the fun and nobody else did.
I don't get it, you know?
I don't get it either.
You can't ask for more than this, you know? But anyway, so now I need a motion and a second to adopt the assessment rolls as stated this evening for 2020.
I'll make the motion.
I'll
second.
second it, or we'll be here all night. Okay, Desiree, roll call, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay, now we can go on to our third public hearing, which is the adoption of introductory law number 2 for 2020 entitled Repeal of Various Chapters, and there's a whole long list of them. Do we have to actually read them, Desiree? Okay. And it will repeal various chapters in the town code that are no longer applicable to the town. Desiree, you want to mention the public that
Yes,
you had published it?
Yes, it was printed in the Times Herald Record on September 22nd, 2020. And I, for one, am so glad this is finally being done.
Actually, I saw it in the Times Herald Record on the day that they were published. Yeah,
Yay.
I happened to be going through it and I saw them. That was great. So, anybody out there have any comments dealing with local law number 2, repeal of various chapters? Going once, going twice, sold. Okay. I need a motion and a second to close the public hearing on introductory local law number 2 of 2020 entitled Repeal of Various Chapters.
I'll make
I'll
that
make that
motion.
motion.
Okay, so we got Tom with the motion and Jackie with the second. Desiree, please.
Bob
Supervisor
Hunter.
Palermo. Yeah, I think it was Bob who made the motion.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry. Okay,
It's okay.
sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
Supervisor, Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay,
Excellent.
now Desiree, you'll read the rest of
Yes.
it.
Yes, so you're going to make a motion to constitute this as an unlisted action pursuant to secret, to state that there's no significant adverse environmental impacts and therefore issue a negative declaration, to adopt the law, and to authorize me to file with the Secretary of State.
Okay, I will make that motion. I need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Jackie. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez, Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay, the fun's over. Before we start the administrative business, is there anybody out there that got any comments that they would like to address? Guess not, huh? Okay.
Nothing.
All right, let's do our business. Administrative business, I need a motion and a second to accept the minutes of 9/17/2020.
I'll make
Make
the
the mo-
motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Great. You know, just as a sidetrack, it was funny because at one of these public hearings or whatever, when I heard you say Etzel, I could have sworn you said Essig, and I'm like, what?
No. There's going to be no drinking games tonight. I'm going to get them all right the whole night.
Just throwing a little wrench into there to see what happens.
Great, because now I'm going to say it.
I need them.
You're having too much fun tonight.
I am. You want to do abstract number 18, please?
Sure.
Thank
It
you.
contains vouchers 2020-1287 through 2020-1350 by voiding voucher 2020-1341, check number 2360065, and totaling $91,939.57.
Okay, and just as a note, and I'm glad that Joe's listening, voucher number 20-1341 payable to Katina, Mahone, and Ryder in the amount of $1,014. Check number 23065 has been removed from this abstract. So I need a motion and a second to approve the abstract.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
Thank
second
you.
it.
Thank you, Bob. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez, Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay, let's go on to the budget modifications, which there are three.
Four.
Four.
Ready?
Yep.
They're all to the 2020 budget. The first is for records management by increasing A 1410.461 records management by $5,559. A 2770 unclassified revenue by $3,443 and decreasing A 1410.435 law book supplements by $2,116. Buildings and grounds increasing A 1620.463 tools by $2,100 and decreasing A 1620.452 vehicle maintenance by $2,100. General fund increasing A 9060.801 HRA MVP by 56,000 and decreasing A 9060.800 health insurance by 56,000. And lastly, buildings and grounds by increasing A 1620.434 licenses permits by 2,465 and decreasing A 1620.419 Earl Reservoir Dam repair by 2,465.
Thank you. Thank you, Desiree. So I need a motion and a second. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Tyler. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez, Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay.
Frank, can I
Um,
mention something about the records management budget modification? Is that
Yes, you
okay?
may. Yes.
Okay, so the town board has granted me permission to buy an electronic document management software for the town's records management program. When we met last month at my budget, the quote I got from the vendor was almost $19,000. It's being split between the town and the village as a shared service. I went back to the vendor and asked if they could do any better in the budget and any better in the price, just in case we may be able to buy it this year. He came back and he gave me a $12,000 discount. So I thank the board and as well as the village board, because they paid for half of it, for moving forward with this so that we can bring my records management program into the 21st century at quite the savings. So
You have to, you know what you need to do, Desiree, also?
yeah.
Not that it's a lot of money, but you made a comment there that clicked. Is
Oh.
that I do attend the shared services with the county, and if we're doing this as a shared service and we put it in, we can be reimbursed by the state for making that kind of a saving. So
Oh,
if you gave,
good.
yeah. So if you tell me that it was worth X amount of dollars, and because we did it as a group in the shared services and got it down to this much, they may even pay for that. So
Oh,
that would be even
that's
better.
great. We can
Yeah,
work on
so-
it next week if you like. Yep.
Yes, yeah, that would be great to get done.
I'm just excited
Okay.
that we saved that much money. I was
I know.
totally
You got-
thrilled.
Folks who came up, she was like, you thought you hit the lottery, and it was a pleasure to say to her, yeah, go ahead and buy it. It was fun. Nice. It was very nice, and she did a great job with it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, on the new business, we did complete the tentative budget. We, if I'm not mistaken, filed it on the September 25th, and that everybody did get a copy of it, I think in both hard copy and an email. And after this evening, tomorrow morning, we will be putting the tentative budget, the 2021 tentative budget, on our webpage, so everyone can take a look at it. Along that line, the town will start its public meetings for the 2021 budget. Those dates are going to be on October 5th, it's a Monday, then on October 7th, and then on October 8th. And the breakdown will be on October 5th at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, the lower level, the general A fund. On Wednesday, October 7th, 2020, the same time, 6 p.m. Location, Town Hall, lower level. We will do the B fund. And on Thursday, October 8th, 2020 at 6 p.m., the lower level, we will be doing the library and any other things that we need to do from there. Probably reviewing the A fund and salaries and the likes. We usually do the last day. So,
Frank,
yeah,
real quick, I thought we were gonna move the meetings to the rec building.
no, not this meeting, no.
Oh, I thought that you said
No.
that we would be able to do that. at
No,
the rec-
that was for, no, that was for the, I mean, we could. Do you guys want to all meet up there?
Cause I think it'll give us more space. I thought we spoke about it before, but we might have been.
No, that was, no, what I thought you meant was the public hearing for the budget.
Oh.
This is just and look, let's face it, 3 people come every year, so there should be no problem with space.
You
in
just
the
so
room.
jinxed yourself.
I know. Especially looking at the attendance of the people that are
Consider
listening.
moving it to the rec building? I
You
know.
know, and I don't think it'll be a problem, but you know, we'll leave it there for now. You know, we got room for 4 people if another person shows up, so we'll be okay. So the residents attending the public session must wear masks and implement social distancing. Once capacity is reached, there'll be no additional attendees that will be admitted to the meeting. I don't know if we actually have a number that we would come up with, but we'll figure it out. You know, we'll get it done.
I think I get confused. When we do the budget meetings, typically the one that normally most people come out, is it at the public hearing?
Yes,
Because this one, they're not gonna, the budget meetings, nobody's gonna be able to talk, correct?
correct. The
All
only
right.
people that can talk would be the department head as we do their department. But
Okay.
no, there's no talking from the public. They can just sit there and listen to how we're going about doing our business.
Is this gonna be, are we gonna do the virtual so that they can see?
No, I had no intentions of it. No,
Okay.
no. But if you want to do it up at the community center in case someone shows up, I'm open to that. Do you guys want to do it at the community center?
I'm just thinking in
I think
reference,
it would be better. A lot
All right.
more air.
So
We're
then
gonna
I
be
will.
there quite
Especially
a
for the
while.
A fund, because the A fund, you have a lot more department heads.
Yeah. All right. So we'll move it to the. We'll move at least. You know, we'll move it to the community center. I don't have a problem with that.
thanks, okay. Thanks.
No problem. Okay. All right. Next. We are going to have a public hearing scheduled for the preliminary budget on November 5th. The location right now is to be determined. We need to see although the governor has said what he said, I've noticed, especially today in the papers, every fire district is holding its public hearings at the fire department. So that one will be up at the community center. We're working on getting microphones up there so that if people want to come to it, they're more than welcome to come up and state their piece. So I will make a motion to authorize the town clerk to publicize that notice. Desiree, you know when to put it in. We don't have to give you a date or anything. So I need a motion and a second for that, please.
I'll make
I'll
that
make a
motion.
motion. Yep. Second.
Okay. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yeah.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Moving along. I need a motion and a second to authorize the supervisor to sign the Stratagem proposal. This is for putting in a camera on the L level, which is the main level where the assessor is. I need
There's
someone's
feedback
gotta-
from Tyler. It's from Tyler,
Tyler.
yeah.
Okay. To the assessor's camera, which will be outside, you know, in that hallway. And we need an extra panic button downstairs in the Parks Department. So that amount comes to,
$3,150.10.
correct. You got that right. Good job.
Thank
So
you.
I need a motion and a second to authorize me to sign that agreement.
I'll make the motion. Tom Burke.
I'll
Thank you.
second it.
Thank you, Bob. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
All right. We move up to the big thing today. I need a motion and a second to authorize the supervisor to sign the settlement agreement between the Village of Woodbury and the Town of Woodbury. I want to thank the mayor who, when I called him back in December, agreed to meet, and we both stated that this was of the utmost importance, and we both felt that this needed to be settled. And as I've always said, 2 breakfasts, you feed somebody, it's amazing how well things go. So him and I both split those breakfasts. He paid for one and I paid for the other. And we got it done. So thank you, Mayor Tim Egan, for thinking of the people first. And I appreciated that very much. So with that, I need a motion and a second. And once the second is made, if you want to make a comment on this, we'll have that comment period. So I'm going to make that motion. I need a second.
No, before you make the motion, I have a
Oh.
written resolution.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
So I'll read the resolution and then you can make the
Thank you.
motion.
Thank you.
So it's a resolution of the town board of the town of Woodbury. Whereas the town of Woodbury commenced litigation against the village of Woodbury under index number EF 006036 of 2018, seeking to avoid certain property transfers between the parties. And whereas the parties have agreed to settle the action on mutually agreeable terms, including the subdivision of property currently designated as section 219.521.2. And whereas counsel for the village has prepared a stipulation of settlement and discontinuance, and the same has been executed by the mayor of the village. And whereas the attorneys for the town have reviewed the executed stipulation, and the town board agrees with the terms set forth in the stipulation, now therefore it is hereby resolved that the town agrees to settle the action in accordance with the terms of the written stipulation, and be it further resolved that the supervisor is authorized to execute the stipulation and such documents as may be required to fulfill the conditions of the stipulation of settlement.
Okay. And with that, I will make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Jackie. Does anybody have any comments on this particular part of the agenda? Desiree.
Joe, you're going to be sending me that resolution since this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Well, it's hot off the press. We only agreed to
Great.
it a half hour ago.
Awesome.
So yes,
Great. Okay.
I'll email it to you.
Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay.
Yes, I do. I have something I'd just like to add.
Okay.
This is Tom Burke. Dating back to before 2019, I remember distinctly at a town board meeting, Councilman Hunter stating that in the very near future, he wanted to see this resolved. And anybody that was interested in becoming either joining the town board, he wished everybody the best of luck. All 4 candidates. He made that he said that is a priority. And, I listened to him very carefully and I agreed with him. And I think to be at this point right now, with what we had to go through with the coronavirus and with everything that's going on, to get this actually done, I think we need to just, commend all the attorneys, the village trustees and the town and the village mayor and our board ourselves for getting this done, because we're all one. And I just wanted to reach out. I just wanted to say that. And I just wanted to let Councilman Hunter know publicly that I heard what you said and you were 100% right. Thank you.
Tom.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the board members of our town board, Joe McKay's office, for really addressing the issues that the board was concerned at the time, and the current mayor and village trustees for supporting and just compromising on the issues that were concerns with regards to this land transfer. And I'm looking forward to increased relationships with the town board and the village. So I just wanted to thank everyone for that support.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah,
No. Go ahead.
it comes down to talking and communicating. This could have been, you know what, I'm not even gonna go there, but keep talking, people, no matter what, just talk. I don't care if you don't like each other, just talk and resolve things for everybody. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Thank you, Bob. And I would like to commend this town board for just stating what they felt and doing the right thing. I appreciate it. Thank you. With that, Desiree, roll call, please. Yes, you're on mute, I think.
Sorry, I was typing a lot. I didn't want you to hear that. Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. We need, I need a motion and a second to appoint Mike Bauer as a part-time SRO, the hourly rate of $32,461 with the start date of October 13th, 2020. I'm getting mixed up here also. As you know that Mike Bauer recently retired as a sergeant for the town of Woodbury. He was also previously an SRO officer, so he's been through all the training, and he is a perfect fit to replace the woman that retired. So I need a motion and a second to approve Mike Bauer as an SRO officer.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, Jackie and Tom. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Now we need a motion and a second to appoint Audrey Wolf as a library clerk, full-time at reduced hours, part-time hours of, why would we appoint her as a full-time clerk with reduced hours at 15 hours a week?
I was confused myself, but I didn't know. I just went by what you had on there.
Well, I think it's because we did take her off the list. You don't go
Okay,
on the
so
list for under.
So, okay, so she's probably filling a position on the census that is classified as full-time, but she's working reduced hours at a total of 15 per week. So I think we just
Correct.
removed the part, just
Yeah,
remove
yeah.
the word part-time, I think.
Right. She's grade level 2 at an hourly rate of $18.7105 per hour. And her start date will be 10/5/2020. She did come up today. I got to meet her. She did fill out the forms, and it should be subjected. This will be subjected to the final approval from the county. But I
Frank, could I
don't
just,
think.
Yeah,
Oh,
Frank,
one
I'm
second,
sorry.
Tom. 1 second, Tom. I don't think it'll be a problem because she did come off the list, so there should be no problem with the county. Go ahead, Tom.
My question, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's what you're saying is that this person is coming off a list, so she will be a full-time employee with the town of Woodbury working part-time hours?
Correct.
If that's the
That's
case,
done because what a lot of times what you do is, and first of all, anything over 20 hours, you got to take from the list. But this particular position is coming off of the, this is at a grade level 2 because she's not just a regular clerk. It's a library clerk, which starts at the number 2 level. So you hire at full-time, but at reduced hours. The purpose is, you don't have to pay them any insurance. So she will not be paid any insurance.
thank you.
It's a technicality with civil service.
Yes. Most times, like we have in the courthouse, several of the women are full-time working at reduced hours of 29, because anyone that works over 30 hours, you must provide health care for. So this is just basically stipulating it that we took her off the list, which I prefer, by the way. But she's only working 15 hours a week.
Well, plus
Thank
it
you.
makes it easier because if you increase the hours, now you don't have to worry about her losing her job because you hired her off the list.
Correct. So I need a motion and a second to make that appointment, subject to the county's approval.
I had a quick question, Frank. What is she replacing a position
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And she will be working in a library. This is not a virtual position.
Okay.
And I also made that stipulation with Sarah that we will not be hiring anyone else that would be filling a virtual position other than the IT person. And I've also pretty much put a freeze. Anyone else that leaves, we're not replacing. They got one more person that they need to replace, whose job has not been there for like 2 years, as a full-time librarian too, which would be almost on the same level as Sarah. But as you'll see, as we do the budgets, we're pretty much putting a freeze on hirings in this town for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So did we get a motion in a second? I don't even remember.
No, you
All
did
right.
not.
Okay, I need a motion in a second. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Desiree, please.
All right, this is the last one for the evening, so let's hope I get it right. Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Tyler.
He's-
Sorry, muted. Yes.
that's okay. Okay, Councilwoman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Yay, no drinking tonight.
Wait, we got one more for you.
Oh, you do? I didn't even have an extra one. Sorry.
No, yeah, we just added it as from the
Okay.
session. I need a motion and a second to authorize Joe McKay to look into the law against zombie polls. And yes, we do know that that's a village law also. Do they actually do a law, Desiree?
Yeah, it's on the books.
Okay, so we're gonna pretty much try to copy it, and the purpose is behind this is it's got to be at least 4 years ago that I've asked for something to be done about zombie polls in this town, and at that time we deferred to the village to do it, but nothing has been done since. I know that they got a list of all the polls in town that Andrew was supposed to get to me. I've never gotten it, so I had to foil it, and I don't think it came in yet from Andrew.
Did not.
But he did not. Thank you. But there are many polls that are on the state highway, which has the state right of way, and there are many polls that are on the counties, which has county right of ways. And so, since that's not being done by the village, the town will pass the law and do what it has to do to eliminate the zombie polls. So I need a motion and a second to authorize Joe into doing that, because it'll be spending money. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it. Tom Burke.
Thank you, Tom. I need a roll call.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. You did good tonight, Desiree. Good job.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Okay. Town board meeting, no, board comments. Tom, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I have two quick comments. The first one is in regards to the SRO officers that started on the 22nd. And just a follow up to the new SRO officer that we just appointed today to start on the, I think that was the 13th. The contract itself, just so everybody knows, I want to thank again all the work that our attorney Joe McKay did, and Supervisor Palermo had asked me to follow up regarding receiving the contract, and the period that we're waiting on right now is for the school board to have a meeting, which is scheduled for October 14th. And once that's done, if not sooner, the school board president will sign the contract, and then we'll have it in our possession, and then we go from there. I did stop by the Central Valley Elementary School last week and the Smith Clove Elementary School, and introduced myself and spoke to both SRO officers. And just by visually going there and seeing what was going on was very impressive. They're ecstatic to be there. The kids enjoy seeing them, so it's just fantastic what's going on. And so that's a good one for us. That's a good positive. My second note I want to mention tonight. This past weekend, I ran into Neil Krause. Everybody knows Mr. Neil Krause. He is the president of the Woodbury Historical Society, and he gave me myself and Councilwoman Hernandez a pamphlet from the Woodbury Historical Society that telling with information regarding after 100 years of operation and 3 generations of farmers, Ace Farm will now become part of our community's history. And we all know that is Tyler's family. And I'll tell you, it's very impressive, the literature that I read about his family. He has a terrific family, and everything that went on from the very beginning, from his grandfather, way back in 1893, I guess is his great grandfather, and all the way up until now. So I think I just want to congratulate the Etzel family and mention that, and let Tyler know that obviously you have a terrific family. The only confusing part about the whole thing, just want everybody to know, is that it states here that Tyler actually went to Cornell. I thought you had to have good grades to get to Cornell. But regardless,
I snuck in
congratulations.
the back
That's all I
door.
have.
Are you done, Tom?
I'm done. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little story. When we were campaigning and I was walking with Tyler, him and I were campaigning throughout the town. We started to get on the story of Ace Farm, and he had mentioned to me, and I think it's his great grandmother or his grandmother. You can correct me. When they got married, she received 12 chickens to help her in case anything had gone wrong. And and I said to him, well, how many chickens did you end up with? It was something like 125,000 from those 12. So I thought that was a great story, Tyler. And I'm sure he has a million others. So congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
family for making the book.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Jackie.
Yeah, and actually Neil Krause wrote that piece on your family, Tyler. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about a couple of updates. I'm very excited that the Woodbury Art Council will begin resuming for whatever time we can. We'll resume meeting. We're going to be working on those dates and getting that information out. I'll be posting that information. But if you would like to join the Woodbury Art Council, you can email me your information at jhernandez@woodburyny.gov. And wait, woodburyny.us. Wait,
Yes.
.us. If you email me your information, I can get you on the list, and you'll get emails regularly if you would like to be part of the Art Council. This is open to children and parents and artists in the community. It's an open forum to talk about art, to show your art, display it. So we invite everyone. We'll be getting that information out. Also, the town of Woodbury has been part of the Climate Smart Community initiative since 2008. I believe that's when Scoofus was on the board. Frank, I think you were on the board. Bob, you probably
2010.
2010. Oh, I thought I
Yeah.
said 2008. And we were finally able to get into that, into the website and get the town back on it. So we are beginning a smart community task force for Woodbury. This is required in order for us to get certified and to begin accumulating points towards grant money. So if there are any community members that are interested in joining, it requires the community to be a part of creating solutions. There's great things that could be done in town. So if anybody's interested, please contact us through our town website. That's townofwoodbury.com. All right. The other item is over the past couple of weeks, the town board has received numerous complaints about speeding, not just on 32, but also within our communities. And one of the initiatives we had was to put the speed monitor up to kind of alert people that they were driving too quickly. But it's gotten to the point where, unfortunately, we are becoming a little more aggressive with this initiative. And so Woodbury PD has been asked to begin to enforce this a little forcefully. So we are advising the community to please slow down. We do not want to see residents ticketed, but this is a very, very critical situation as many kids are out playing because they're working from home remotely. And, when parents are out with their children and people are unfortunately passing by areas that may have stop signs or just, zooming down areas that have signs. I've worked with Rob Wegnick from the Highway Department. He's been very supportive in making sure all these areas are fully signed, has full signage, warning you that a stop sign's coming up, that there's children at play, that there's bus stops. But we've gotten a huge number of complaints from the community. And I think the village and the town has tried to give every opportunity for residents to slow down. So at this point, we are going to be a little more aggressive with this because we do not want to see any of our children hurt on the road. So please slow down. You have to adhere. It's the law, and we need to enforce that as a town. Other than that, the other item is the senior center. The senior center is doing some outdoor activities. Our seniors are very anxious to be engaged, and we definitely want to be engaged with them. So, we are taking the precautionary steps to make sure that they are safe. I am in touch with Christine, making sure that if they need support in any way, that, we are supporting the seniors. So I want to thank Christine for the work she's doing, and of course, all of our department heads. So that's it.
Okay. Tyler, go ahead.
Hi, I'd like to thank Neil Kraus for, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's all the work that he did for my family and the history of Ace Farm, and I appreciate that. And I want to thank Jackie. About a little over 2 weeks ago, she sent me a message that people were complaining about Optimum cable, and I had the same issues myself. So I told Jackie to put a message on Families of Woodbury, I believe, and I received about 20 emails, and I organized a meeting with John Delahan, who was the representative from Optimum or Altice, and we had a very nice conversation with him, and it lasted about an hour, but after a half an hour, it dropped out because the cable wasn't good enough. So he said that he would look into the situation and make an assessment of the district. And I forwarded him the emails, and he said he would respond to the emails. Last Friday, I had another conversation with him, and he said they were working on increasing the number of nodes in the town. Evidently, for every node can only sustain so much data, and so if there's too many people on a node, they have to add an extra node. So that's in the process. And he said on December 4th, they were going to put in a new upline cable for upline streams. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but he said it would take till December 4th because they have to get FCC approval for that. So I'm hoping that the cable situation will improve in the area. If it doesn't, I would appreciate hearing from you. And we'll go from there. I'm supposed to talk to him again in a week from tomorrow. So if you have any more issues, please let me know and I will forward them on to him. But he seemed very receptive and helpful, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Hunter.
Desiree, you must have wielded your Harry Potter wand up there to get a discount like that.
Yes.
Just make sure that that guy doesn't fall out of the spell before we get the bill.
We've already paid the bill. You just approved it tonight, so we're all done. I got the program on my computer, and I am thrilled beyond belief.
Okay, great job.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Rob Wyant and his highway department for mitigating all that. There's tons of asphalt. I mean, and some of the preliminary work at the pool that saved a considerable amount of money right there. And it's a good way to collaborate on this project. I'm glad to see it done. That's all I have.
Okay, before I go, I noticed that we have a trustee, Mr. Jesus Gomez, on the line here. Would you like to say anything at our board meeting?
Hello?
Yeah.
No, thank you. This is his wife. He's not on the line. He's on another meeting.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm using his phone. Okay, no
No
problem.
problem. Hey, how are the kids doing?
Good. Everybody's doing good. Thank you for
Okay,
asking.
you make sure you take care of those deputy supervisors of mine.
I will. I will. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Okay, with that, I will say a few things. Number one, I've been in contact with the county. As you know, because of the COVID, many of the county exams have been postponed, or delayed, etc. So they got in touch with us and asked if we had any available space, and I did offer the Woodbury Community Center for them, and so they will be coming down next week to take a look at it. Obviously it has a men's and a women's bathroom. It has a place where they can get some water, obviously, and stuff. And they're very interested in it. And any way that we can help the county to be able to take those exams, I think that we as a community need to have open arms. So I've offered that building to them. And so I'm looking forward to meeting with them next week. Jackie had mentioned the police and the details. We have had certain areas in town where we have stop signs that I guess when people took their exam, they had to answer that question, what does a stop sign look like? It's an octagon red looking sign that says stop on it. Well, we started doing our details and we've been writing a lot of tickets, and I've gotten a call from a couple of people that I know who've asked me about it, and I said, well, when you show up to court, you can discuss what you want to discuss in court, but we are not getting anything through here anymore. The police are not going to say to you, we're going to give you a warning, try not to do it again, you're going to get ticketed. And it's the same with the speeding. We are not going to be very lenient anymore. It's gone on too much. I've seen people come to red lights and make a left on them, which is highly illegal. But it seems that nobody has patience anymore. We had an accident with one of our own workers, as we explained earlier, where a car was passing on the left lane down on 32 and hit our truck making a left-hand turn, which is ridiculous. So we've had our discussions with the chief, and they're out there. So I would be very careful, and I would be very cognizant of what's going on around you, because if you get caught, you're going to get tagged, and you will be going to court. Other than that, I'm going to make a real quick comment here. I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me about comments that are made about me at village board meetings. The only thing I'm going to say is, hey, if you got nothing better going on in your life that you've got to follow me and attack me, well, what can I tell you? You know, you need to improve your life and get a life. So with that, I will say nothing else, and we'll move forward. So I'm going to ask for an adjournment and say goodnight. So
I'll make the motion.
sure. Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful. Those who are enjoying the sukkah, enjoy it. I used to love going out there. I mean, the weather is perfect, so enjoy your evenings on the porch. For everybody else, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and welcome to October. With that, we don't need a roll call, right? We don't do roll calls on that.
No, and I don't have anything.
Oh, and
to
I
do.
forgot. I'm sorry. Desiree,
That's okay.
I'm so sorry. You
It's
have anything to
okay.
say?
No, you're fine. I'll save it for the next meeting.
Okay, you sure?
Thank you. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. See, I kind of knew you weren't going to say anything, so.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
This was an
And
enjoyable meeting, though, I have to tell you.
it has been. It's been great.
Yes.
Hey, Joe, are you around?
I
Joe?
think I'm right here.
Oh, okay, because I can't see you, so I don't know. Do you have anything to say?
No comments. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay,
With that,
ciao.
have a wonderful, wonderful 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks.